Any college basketball fan left disappointed by Gonzaga's wire-to-wire manhandling of UCLA on Tuesday night had to feel made whole by Friday's epic showdown between No. 1 Gonzaga and No. 5 Duke in Las Vegas. The Blue Devils won by a score of 84-81 in a game played on Nov 26 that had the feel of a late March or early April grudge match. The battle between future NBA lottery picks Chet Holmgren of Gonzaga and Paolo Banchero of Duke was among the must-watch elements of the contest, with Banchero, 21 points on 8 of 18 shooting, including 20 points in the first half, leaving with the upper hand statistically as Holmgren, 16 points on 8 of 13 shooting, also showed frequent flashes of his potential No. 1 pick-style brilliance. The celebrated freshmen were hardly the only story, as Gonzaga's Julian Strawther, 20 points, 10 rebounds, and Andrew Nembhard, 6 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, and Duke's Mark Williams, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 5 blocks, and Wendell Moore Jr., 20 points, 6 assists, 4 steals, were also outstanding in the contest. The loss was Gonzaga's first in the regular season since Feb 22, 2020, when the Bulldogs fell at BYU. ESPN college basketball team of Myron Metcalf, Jeff Porzello, John Gassaway, and Joe Lunardi weighed in on what they saw from the Zags, the Blue Devils, both teams dazzling freshmen, and which team is best positioned for a top seed on Selection Sunday. What was the most surprising element of Duke's or Gonzaga's performance on Friday night? I think the most surprising element of the game was that both teams were competitive even without their stars in critical stretches. Holmgren missed the bulk of the first half after he picked up his second foul near the 10-minute mark. But Strawther, 20 points, the sophomore from Las Vegas, excelled in front of friends and family members who were in the building to see him play. Racer Bolton, the Iowa State transfer, had 15 points. For Duke, Banchero wrestled with what appeared to be cramping issues that forced him to go back to the locker room in the second half and miss significant time. When he returned, he didn't look like the same guy after scoring 20 points in the first half in one of the most dominant efforts I've seen from a freshman. Still, other players stepped up. Williams' length was a problem for Gonzaga. Drew Tim's bucket with about 30 seconds to play was perfectly defended by the young big. Moore helped Duke maintain an edge with Banchero unavailable. Jeremy Roach made some big plays down the stretch. More than anything, I think we learned that both teams have a couple of key co-stars this season. Neither team crumbled through adversity. That's a good sign. What weaknesses in Gonzaga's game did Duke expose on Friday? Duke's first-half performance could be the blueprint to slow down Gonzaga moving forward, although not everyone has a Banchero or Williams up front. But there were some worrying signs. 1. Duke beat Gonzaga in the transition game in the first 20 minutes. The Blue Devils got back defensively, eliminating the Zags getting easy baskets off of makes or misses, forcing them to play in the half-court. And then going the other way, Duke had success beating Gonzaga downcourt, and the Zags made some mistakes in terms of getting back and getting set in half-court defense. Foul trouble was another major issue for Gonzaga, and that stemmed from Duke being aggressive going to the rim. Texas completely avoided the paint in the first half when it played Gonzaga, and UCLA had trouble finishing at the rim. That allowed Gonzaga's perimeter defenders to be aggressive and disrupt opposition offense. But Duke has 3 physical drivers in Banchero, Trevor Keels and Moore, and they went straight at Holmgren and Tim, and Williams was a legitimate go-to-post presence for the Blue Devils. Tim picking up his 4th foul on an ill-advised reach-in when Gonzaga was starting to pick up momentum in the second half changed the game. 2 other issues Gonzaga had offensively: 3-point shooting and turnovers. The Bulldogs aren't a great outside shooting team, but they're such an incredibly skilled passing team that they're still able to keep defenses chasing shadows in the half-court. But when things slowed down and Gonzaga had to make shots, they didn't fall. The Zags shot just 6-4, 21 from 3. Nembhard has been arguably the best point guard in college basketball so far this season, but Duke was very aggressive in its ball screen coverages against him, limiting the time he had to make decisions and find teammates. Nembhard controls the tempo as well as anyone in the country, but Duke forced him to speed up his decisions. With all that said, I'm not overly concerned about Gonzaga moving forward. Duke is a legitimate national title contender. The Bulldogs struggled to make shots, and there were major foul trouble issues. and it was still a one-possession game.